Yeah, so watu katika wakikuja utawaambia wachukue hii lakini waache bin. Haya, sawa. Hizi vitu mnafanya repair ni namna gani? Hizi vitu hapa naona
wanataka kufanya repair.
Oh, repair, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wanataka watoe wafanye repair then wapaint gari.
Oh, hii Spanish van?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sawa basi. Na mjengo naona bado hajaanza kazi.
Watu wako.
Bado wako
Yeah.
Oh. Sawa basi. Yeah.
The centurion is in charge. And Paul, the prisoner who is being escorted, goes to the centurion and says, hey, I don't think it's wise for us to continue. Looking at the weather and everything, it will be disastrous. But who listens to a prisoner? Why would a centurion worth his salt, great and mighty, listen to a prisoner? Not just a prisoner, one who is from backward Jerusalem and Galilee and all those places, and is muddling some religious things. Probably Paul had been preaching to the sailors and to the people on the boat. So the centurion actually dismisses him. But listen, who does the centurion listen to? He doesn't want to listen to the religious fanatic, but he listens to the pilot of the ship. The pilot knows about nautical things, the sailing, the weather patterns, and how to handle a ship. You can listen to him. He also listens to the owner of the boat. After all, he's a pro. Maybe he had other boats. Maybe he was like those ones who trading in grains and maize in Kenya. He knew where to get it and where to take it. In any case, even if he was not a pro, money speaks, doesn't it? Even us, and I know we have been accused by the newspapers, when we see somebody who is well-heeled, we give them some respect. Unfortunately, this is all too common, even with us. We dismiss good advice from somebody who is probably very simple because we dismiss the person and we forget what Proverbs 15:22 tells us, that plans fail for lack of good counsel. But with many advices, plans succeed. Proverbs 8:14. So this guy thinks he has relied on good advice. But hey, the pilot despises this port where they are in because it was a backward port. It's like being told to spend 3 months in Mombasa or in Durban. You don't need any advice. The choice is obvious. There is nightlife, there is enjoyment in Durban as opposed to Mombasa. Better than Mombasa, there is in Mombasa, I believe. So the pilot, for him, it's no-brainer. We know what.
Jesus. Ready? This dog is the smart. This woman was about to get in her car when this dog is the smartest dog in the world. It was about to. This woman was about to get in her car when suddenly a dog almost bit her and started barking loudly. She assumed it was just another hungry stray, so she gave it a piece of food. But when the dog rejected the food, she decided to ignore it and just go home. However, when she went to open the car door, her purse fell, and the dog grabbed it and ran to the other side of the car. When she followed it, she discovered what the dog had been trying to tell her all along. I'll show you the video, but first, you'll have 7 days of good luck. If you like this video, and write lucky in the comments. Turns who's a vampire?
She's a vampire. I'm your wife, husband. Don't listen to her. She's talking nonsense. I'm your wife.
A man wakes up to find 2 wives in his house, but one of them is a vampire.
Mm.
Can you tell a man
It's called wasting. I normally tell
carefully at the number 1
things you know from what.
watch a number 2 woman standing on the left? It's not a hard one if you look at the pictures carefully. 96% of people
I won't tell you this one I'm seeing. It was this function.
ready. Start the clock.
They're making intelligent assumption.
Put the answer in the comment section, number 1 or number 2. Before we reveal the answer, if you like my video, please follow my TikTok channel and share it with your friends. See if you can answer the question. Reveal the answer. Number 2.
It will be working, but you know,
Woman number 2 doesn't reflect in the mirror.
it was something normal. It's not going to work. This is a one-day affair. He wants it all. You don't have any personnel, nothing.
Grandma punish him or cleaned it up and forgave him? If you love grandma, comment love you and watch until the end. Choose grandma's way to stay connected with family. Weekly Zoom calls or hosting fun family parties. Who will save you from hunger? Pizza delivery guy or grandma? Like this video if you love grandma. Wow, grandma looks excited. She just had a new crush. Who is he? Her new hunky personal trainer or Timothée Chalamet? Grandma asks you to subscribe. Will you ignore her or subscribe, like, and share? If you love grandma, watch this video one more time. Who's a vampire? Who's a vampire?
She's a vampire.
Who's a vampire?
Made in Mombasa, maybe at the beach. Yes, it's sitting around in enough.
Again, it's going to be a chef very soon.
You receive it. Yes, it will bog you down, it will bring you down.
At the level they were initially, you can live a normal life as long as
So just
I'll ask him,
it's only
you
a
and who was it? The choir is ready, and we have mastered all the dancing styles and all that, and everything is in place. You see now, he's singing something. But we are only 2 in the house.
Is this like a classic? Yeah. So for us to diagnose schizophrenia again, we also say you're mad. So that is not a correct word. You have a severe. If you have those symptoms, it's a severe mental illness, and it can be managed. So in fact, in Kenya now, we have the availability of treatment for schizophrenia is at the level where you can get 1 injection every 3 months. And with minimum side effects. So it's not
a disease of a certain class. So you have seen people develop even schizophrenia when they are working. Some people have even gone up to the level of PhD, and there's even, if you read, there is a Nash on media who was a professor of mathematics, very good professor, and he had done very well with schizophrenia. So if it's managed well and you find the right medication, and we was discussing that the reason why people stop medication is because they have faced these side effects, and they just say, I don't want this medication because of these side effects. Instead of discussing with the doctor, I don't like this, can we change this? Is there an option? Or can I manage, how do I manage this? So when you have that discussion with your doctor, then you can find the right management, and the person can live a normal life as long as they're on the correct treatment.
The different phases, of schizophrenia, right? And I was reading, they were saying, what is the prodromal, there's active, and then there is the residual, phases. So what exactly do they look like?
So prodromal is before the diagnosis is made. And then sometimes even it's described in some books as schizoid personality. So you find that there's this child who other teenagers, because now it's developing in teenage, will describe as odd. So they keep to themselves. They seem not to want to mix with people. They see things differently. So our peers would find him odd or her odd. That might not need treatment, medical medication, because some people will love that and not develop full-blown schizophrenia. So if it develops to schizophrenia, then they need treatment. And we now know that if you don't treat every episode of schizophrenia or psychosis, then it injures the brain. So then you find the person functioning at a lower level than they were. So you find even somebody who is taking their medication, if the diagnosis was made late, or there was some episodes of stopping the medication and the psychosis coming back, then they are not functioning at the level they were initially before the diagnosis. Then now the residue is where the person is functioning, but they will not even initiate conversation. So like I'll ask you, do you have children? Then you say yes. Ordinarily, if you ask me, do you have children? I'll tell you, yes, I have children. I have two sons. I have a 25-year-old and a 20-year-old.
You will at least
So, but then they'll just give you the answer you ask. Okay. And then they will lack motivation. Like I'm working with one of these amazing, was very good, went to University of Nairobi, did very well in as a degree in business, was doing very well, but now even simple tasks where he's working, when you give him a quotation to do something he used to do very fast, he'll take forever to do it. And because he's not motivated, so his family has to push him, can you at least go to church? The other day, the brother was telling him, can we pay for you gym? And he's like, no, I'll take my walk. So he wants to keep to himself. So yes, he's stable. He has no obvious delusions or hallucinations. But his life is work, office, home, not socializing, doesn't church. I will watch it online. I don't have to visit my friends. We are chatting on WhatsApp. So they withdraw. That is now the residue, where there's something missing, but you're functioning, but you're not having those hallucinations and delusions, but there's some disorganized function. Yes.
That happens. Okay, and I can see Martin, nodding, and I get to some of those things. I'm just curious, have you noticed some of those things? Yeah.
But learning quite a lot.
Right? Yeah. All right, so how about we take a break? But of course, we want to understand why 6 months? Why the 6-month mark? Why not 3 months for schizophrenia? Is it curable? Is it prevented? So many questions. But all that is coming after the break. Stay with us and see you shortly.